Hello, how are you? My name is Miss Irlanda and today we are going to learn about regular past tense. A regular verb is one that conforms the usual rule for forming its simple past tense. In English, the usual rule is to add ed or t to the base form of the verb to create the past forms. We have spelling rules to create the past form of regular verbs. For regular verbs, the simple past tense are formed like this. We add ed the most verbs. For example, jump, you need to add ed, jumped. For example, to the verb paint, you need to add ed and it's paint. If a verb of one syllable ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, double the final consonant and add ed. For example, chat and stopped. If the final consonant is W, X, or Y, don't double it. It's the same. Play, played. Only add ed. Fix and fixed. If the first syllable of a longer verb is stressed and the verb ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, just add ed. For example, with the verb open, only add ed. It's opened. Enter, entered. Only add ed at the end of the verb. If the verb ends in e, just add d. For example, the verb love, loved. If the verb ends in consonant and y, change the y to I and add ied. For example, cry, cried. Fry, fried. Okay, now let's watch this video that will help you to practice the regular past tense.
Hello, welcome to pronunciation practice. My name is Sammy and I am an American English language student. Today, we are going to practice pronouncing past tense sounds using regular verbs ending in ed. For regular verbs, we usually add ed to the end of the verb to make it past tense. The spelling is easy because you just add ed, but the pronunciation can be a little tricky. Last weekend, I walked to the restaurant. When I got there, I glanced through the menu. The waiter arrived and I ordered a steak. After dinner, the waiter handed me the bill. I left happy because my meal tasted great. These verbs all have the past tense ed, but they are pronounced in 3 different ways. In walked and glanced, the ed makes a t sound. Walked, glanced. The ed in arrived and ordered ended with a d sound. Arrived, ordered. The ed in handed and tasted ended with an id sound. Handed, tasted. So how do you know which ed pronunciation to use? There are 3 rules to remember. First, if the verb ends in a t or d sound, use the id ending. For example, the past tense of verbs want and need becomes wanted or needed. If the verb ends in one of the following voiceless sounds, such as p, k, f, s, sh, ch, or th, use the t sound for past tense. For example, we have helped and washed. If the verb ends in any vowel or in a voiced sound like l, m, n, j, r, g, b, v, w, z, use the d ending. For example, called, played. Remember how we saw that spelling and sounds don't match up? Well, look at the following words: missed, sliced, and fixed. The last sound in each verb is spelled differently, but they all make the s sound. That's why they get the t past tense ending. Remember to focus on the last sound of a word. Both promised and closed have an S before the ed ending. However, promised has an S sound and closed has a Z sound. That's why promised has a T ending and closed has the D ending. Now you try. What are the American English pronunciations for these past tense verbs? Click pause to try the activity and press play when you are ready to continue. I used an umbrella. The ice cream melted. He pushed the button. I studied for the...
Bye! I hope you like this video.